Today is the last day to save encryption because government are trying to dismantle encryption.
No shit.
Yeah, they can imagine it's bad.
Yeah, but isn't the fight already over?
No, because today is the planned resolution in the Permanent Representative Council.
Okay.
So today is the last day to contact the people responsible for it. Unfortunately, I believe it's Ylva Johansson in Sweden.
Oh my god.
No, actually, I have the names here. Karin Fellman, Marlene Holzner. I can actually read the title as well. Karin Fellman, Head of Civil Society Corporation from SIDA. Marlene Holzner, Head of Unity for Civil Society Organizations and Foundations at the European Commission. Devko Sasha Gabizon, Executive Director, Women Engage for a Common Future. Alan Atkinson, Director, Department of Partnership and Innovation. And Hans Lind, Senior Advisor, We Effect.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they've been an ongoing onslaught on this for a while now. But we've been talking about it. I mean, we've even listened to Ylva Johansson, I guess it's her, explaining why it's so important that you shouldn't be able to have any privacy at all anymore. I mean, it just opens up for so much abuse. And it's incredible. And it's so sad. It's just really sad to see this constantly. It just doesn't get any form of space. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why we want to build an authoritarian type of watch everyone kind of, like this type of society.
Wouldn't it be nice? You don't have to worry. You can go to your job every day and come home and sleep and go back to your work and, well, oh fuck.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know what they expect. I mean, it's like, do you understand that there are right-wing parties that are taking over, right? I mean, you get that. I mean, these are people who are liberal social democrats, kind of voting for this, who are supposedly, for an open democracy, for the right of individuals, just the idea that you are innocent until proven guilty. It's crazy. After the attacks in Vienna, the EU Council of Ministers agreed with a very short time on a resolution which, while stressing the importance of encryption, also calls for a way to break it. In practical terms, this means that all operators of digital services, websites, or messenger apps must have a master key, opening up a huge security hole. And what does this mean for stuff, for instance, such as blockchains? Are you just like gonna illegalize all of that shit? What's gonna happen? How are you even gonna do it? I mean, maybe the positive thing is that people are just gonna move off or anything that is any form of a major platform for their secure messaging. And there's gonna be continue to be companies that breaks these rules because, I mean, obviously, like with anywhere else, I'm supposed to be able to have a conversation with you, for instance, without the government listening. And I should be able to feel safe that no one but you, who are the intended recipient of the message, are listening. And I should also be sure and feel safe that there's no fucking master key somewhere that someone could hack or use, or that the companies would use them to spy or gather data unnecessarily, right? I don't believe this shit. It's crazy. And, I mean, we've seen so much during the corona pandemic of this shit. It blows my mind also to see so many people who used to be liberals, go like, well, I have nothing to hide. And, look at internet, what has happened. There's so many people who gone right-wing because of internet. Internet is tricking them. They are now stupid racism. I mean, it's just like, no, it's your liberal politics. Yeah, you've been doing that for 30 years. It didn't work out too well. I mean, just, hello. A lot of that shit, it didn't actually make the life better for a whole lot of people. While the right wing says, "Oh, the problems are the immigrants," most other parties go, "Oh, the internet is the problem, or the Russian bots. It's the bots online. That's the problem. They're misleading the people."
Well, all the information you need is on the link privacyisnotacrime.eu.
Yeah, I will link it.
You can have, privacyisnotacrime.eu. And I am, as a dystopic, I don't think that anything will be changed, even if everybody in Sweden would call the Swedish Commission, especially now that it's a bit late in the day, so it's probably too late. But remember these names when next election comes up. Next election is not going to be about voting pirate. Next election is going to be getting your friends, your parents, your children sometimes, but get the people around you to vote pirate. If we don't, that's going to be another 4 years of increased fascism. And I mean, a camera on the wall, it doesn't sound like the end of the world. I know it, but believe me, the road that it's leading to is going to be a lot darker.
It's such a way to not have to deal with anything, to again just blame, deflect.
Go.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner, your so-called security strategy has unfortunately turned out to really be yet another surveillance agenda with a potential comeback of indiscriminate data retention, with plans to seek to break encryption. And there's no word on cleaning up the mess your past surveillance agenda
Notera att det här var liksom plans to... Det här var... This was before when they were just talking about the plans to do this.
has created. Opening infringement cases to stop data retention legislation, revisiting the disproportionate PNR directive, adapting the terrorist content online proposal to the recent French Constitutional Court ruling. No talk on that. And now to protecting children. In a situation where we lack awareness regarding child sexual abuse, where we lack resources for preventing it and offering therapy, where we lack capacities in law enforcement that is completely overloaded even with the existing cases, your first proposal, seriously, is to indiscriminately and generally monitor, intercept, and search all of our private communications. Don't you understand that pushing criminals underground to secure, direct, encrypted communication channels will make prosecuting them in many cases impossible? So how dare you call e-privacy a mistake and make such an appalling proposal that is counterproductive, that threatens the security of communications and devices, and that diverts capacities from what is really
please,
needed.
fair enough, Patrick, fair enough.
Yeah, and also to Mrs. Breyer, I will not accept that there is a contradiction between fighting serious crimes like child sexual abuse and respect the privacy. I do not accept that kind of contradiction.
What was she saying, actually?
I mean, it's the stupidest... I mean, look, listen to this.
Yeah, and also to Mrs. Breyer, I will not accept that there is a contradiction between fighting serious crimes like child sexual abuse and respect the privacy. I do.
It means motsägelse, according to me and Google. It's not even correct. She's not saying anything.
No, she's literally saying that, I don't accept that there would be a contradiction between law enforcement enforcing, between stricter laws and the privacy of people. Which is like I don't think there's a contradiction between surveilling people and privacy. The laws are per definition a contradiction against your privacy. I mean, they're a contradiction. They are opposed to your ability to do what you want it. What do you mean you will not accept it? This is not something you accept or don't accept. I mean, in what way? Like look at this as, look at what they're doing now. Well, so you should be able to read everyone's private information. You're like, well, I don't accept that has anything to do or is in any form a violation of your privacy. I don't accept that.
Accept the death, therefore I will live forever.
I don't accept this would contradict privacy. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I substitute your reality with my own. That's her argument, literally. Now, all of this shit that the Pirate Party have been saying for a while now, you know, when we were kind of joking about the fact that we were looking at U.S. and we said, oh, look at Earn It Act. You know, Donald Trump, for all of you freedom. Donald Trump, they started an initiative called Earn It Act, which is essentially the same idea. So William Barr should be the one who decides, him and 19 other people should be the one who decides what sort of social media apps should exist and not. And they should also be able to have control, you know, like this type of backdoor into all forms of encryption. It's a very, very, very sloppy way of explaining the Earn It Act. But it's similar. We're like, oh, just wait, I'm sure this will come to Europe. Half jokingly, because it's pretty goddamn insane. You know, like, it's literally like, oh yeah, you just let the government put a camera on top of your bed. I mean, you have nothing to hide, don't you? You have nothing to hide. Do you sleep with children? Are you a sexual predator? Are you conducting illegal things in your bedroom? No, and so it's like, no, we're not going to use the data for anything else, of course. We're just going to ask all of these private companies who are going to install the camera there. All of these private companies are going to come there, and we will be sure that all of this data that we're going to gather about you is secure. Of course. Nothing bad can ever happen. And don't worry, by the way, all of these nationalistic parties that are taking over, they're never going to come for you, and they're never going to get in power. As long as we get to install all of these cameras, they're never going to be able to get into power. You see, that's how democracy works. This is your democracy. You know, don't you want to protect democracy and little children? Like, what the fuck? We know that this already happens, but the laws should be there to protect us from that to happen. It shouldn't be, oh, yeah, we're going to ask these big companies to come into your home, install a camera, and that's it. And you should be happy because you have nothing to hide, don't you? You've got nothing to hide. And you go, no, I don't accept. I don't accept your argument. Next.